With love on my mind and fire in my heart, they can never take us apart. Never.
Yeah. 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 Hey, Lord forgive me if I'm losing faith. Sometimes I wanna move away. But you see that I choose to stay. Yeah.
Jacari Whitfield, 5 3-pointers in the state title game for the state champion.
Got me losing weight, but all I gotta do is pray. I pray that we gon' make it safe. Yeah. I pray that we gon' make this cake. I pray you know that I ain't fake.
Whitfield wide open, 3-ball. You can't give him that shot. That's gonna go every time.
I'm praying to my dying
Whitfield
day.
is pretty much a one-man fast break with his
I'm
speed and
praying
quickness.
to my dying day.
Whitfield crosses over the
praying to my
midcourt line
dying
on the
day.
right wing. Goes around his
I'll be
defenders.
praying
Pull
to
up
my
50
dying
footer.
day.
Good.
Oh, Whitfield, he's just been putting it in. That's his.
Being short, being from where I'm from, motivates me to do all the things that the people told me I couldn't. People told me I was too short, and now I'm doing those very things that people told me I couldn't do.
In a sport dominated by giants, basketball is no place for a little man. Yet standing only 5 feet 7 inches tall, Jacari Whitfield is making a big name for himself. But he will be the first to tell you that his success is a result of his family, where he's from, and his big, big heart. Growing up in the Filmore district of San Francisco, Jacari was exposed to a lot of things most kids aren't.
It was tough. You had your violence, you had drugs, you had everything. Yeah, there was gunshots at night, often, sometimes. It's just how the environment was. You can't let your environment dictate you.
With all of these dangers around him, Jacari realized that he had to be tough if he wanted to survive.
I had to grow up at a young age. Nobody wants to get pushed around. You see a lot. You see a lot when you're young. It makes you tougher. It's either gonna break you or it's gonna make you when you're exposed to so much at a young age.
Jacari was faced with the pressures of growing up at a young age. With both of his parents working, he often had to be the man of the house.
I used to spend a lot of summers or even weekends at my grandma's house. And at my grandma's house, my parents were most of the time at work. So I'm at my grandma's house and my grandma had to go to work, or my uncle had to go to work and nobody was at home. I had to take care of myself. So I had house keys at a young age. My grandma just told me not to lose them and get back in the house. Somehow nobody was home.
Temptation is a scary thing, and it was everywhere in Filmore. It would have been easy for Jacari to just give in to the pressures, but he credits his family for keeping him out of trouble.
My family kept me out of stuff like that. My parents were always made sure I stayed out of trouble. Also my grandma made sure I stayed out of trouble.
But something else also kept him out of harm's way. The game he learned to love and dominate today.
Basketball kept me out of trouble. Basketball keeps me sane. It's my refuge.
In the 6th grade, Jacari went to watch his friend Jawan's AAU practice, where he caught the attention of the coach. Head coach Derek Smith saw him shooting around on the sidelines and asked if he wanted to join the team. Jacari said yes, and the rest is history.
pretty good. I mean, I was really fast, and I could pass really well, so it always worked for me.
Jakari's talents also caught the eye of another coach, Don Lippy, whose son was also on the team. Head coach of the Division V powerhouse St. Joseph Notre Dame High School in Alameda, Lippy has won over 700 games in his 33-year career. Jacari decided to go to St. Joe's to play for Coach Lippy and continue a rich tradition of great point guards.
St. Joe's had a great basketball history, great basketball tradition. Jason Kidd went to St. Joseph Notre Dame High School.
Way out west, Kidd is one of the best big guards ever to play high school hoops. He's the playmaker for the Pilots of St. Joseph of Notre Dame in Alameda, California.
Everybody went to St. Joe's to play basketball, but Jason Kidd was the man.
Jacari would experience immediate success at St. Joe's, but at first he wasn't too sure if he was ready for it. When asked to play for the varsity team his freshman year, he almost said no.
I actually didn't want to play varsity because I didn't think I was going to play. When I was told I was playing varsity, I was thinking about saying no, just based off the fact that I thought I wasn't going to be getting much playing time, so I didn't see the point of playing. I started every game my freshman year. That was big to me. That was the only thing that was big to me. That was cool. That was cool. Sophomore year when things kind of catapulted. We went to the state championship, but the state championship run was the fun part where I realized I could keep playing basketball for a while. I was doing really well during those playoffs, and then we made it to the NorCal championship. We were down 20 points at halftime. I remember I walked into the locker room confused. I didn't know what was going on. We were down 1. It was about 16 seconds left. I remember I looked to Coach Lippy. I told him I got things under control, that don't call a timeout. We don't have to set up a play. Just give me the ball. I came down and scored. Won the game. That was a great day. That was a great game. That was a great game. Then we went to the state championship and lost.
With all the experience of his sophomore year under his belt, Jacari had plans to return to the state championship the following season and win. St. Joe's would make it back to the state playoffs but would lose in the semifinals. However, what happened in the quarterfinal game would prove to be the scariest moment in Jacari's basketball career.
It was the quarterfinal game. We were up by about 30 points. My sub was sitting at the scores table. There was a loose ball. It was rolling. I remember I picked it up. I was dribbling, and I went up. I was about to dunk. I think it was gonna be my first in-game dunk ever. I remember I got hit, and all I remember after that was being on the ground. But I remember I tried to get up and I couldn't. I remember I was kicking my feet. And I remember I heard a lot of yelling. I heard my dad yelling, heard my mom yelling. I heard somebody say get his teeth, and after that I was like, what the hell is going on? So I started feeling around my mouth, and my mouth didn't feel right. I remember I just couldn't move, and that was it. That was it. Busted my whole face, lost some teeth, broken nose. Crazy night. Two teeth came out of my mouth completely, and 3 were basically almost about to come out. Spent all night in the emergency room. They're trying to find out everything. They thought my jaw was broke, everything. I went to practice, and everybody thought I was there just to watch. My coach asked me if how I was doing. I said I was fine. I told him I was playing. He laughed, told me, "Hi, no you're not, no you're not." I remember he went to my assistant coach, and he said, "Coach Jacari thinks he's playing." Coach, I saw them both laughing. Everybody thought I was kidding. I was serious. but I never saw the moment where I wasn't going to play. The only way I wasn't going to play is if I had a broken arm, broken leg, where I couldn't run or use my body. My face has nothing to do with anything. My mother didn't want me to play, my family didn't want me to play, but I was playing regardless. They had to give me a little dental note and everything, doctor's note, to make sure I could be cleared to play. Played the next night, and we lost in overtime. Senior year was winter misery. It was state or nothing. That season started off real well. We were winning a lot of games. Just kept winning. We were winning. We were winning a lot that year. We were blowing out a lot of teams. We were blowing out everybody. We just couldn't wait to get to state. I remember the ride to state, we watched Space Jam. Just getting focused and ready for the game. When we got to the arena, it was the same as my sophomore year. We played at Arco Arena, where the Sacramento Kings play. Now it's called Power Balance Pavilion. Lights, a lot of lights, and the floor was real shiny. It's cool, it's fun.
Play together, run their offense, very patient. Now they're getting in their defense.
Whitfield wide open, 3-ball, and you can't give him that shot. That's going to go every time. Whitfield has it, down low to Keene. Keene kicks back out. Penetrating, ball off to Keene at the 15-foot mark. Over to Whitfield. Jab step, pull up, good.
Oh, Whitfield, he's just been putting it in. That's his third three of the night already. NBA range for Jacari Whitfield.
Oh, good! Again, they easily get it into Whitfield, who's pretty much a one-man fast break with his speed and quickness. Gets it across the half-court timeline, kicks back out. Lippy has a wide-open three. Feet set, shot up, good. Randolph gets to the lane, 15-foot jumper, takes some contact. No foul call, battle for the rebound. Coming away with it is Whitfield. Three-pointer on the way. Goes for Whitfield, his first since the first quarter of play.
But I tell you what, he's heating up at the right time. Great time to hit that three for Jacari Whitfield.
I always said since sophomore years that big-time players make big-time plays, and I've always wanted to become a big-time player. So I knew if I got a good enough chance or if I got enough space, then I was going to shoot it. And my teammates always seemed to find me. So
you always want to go out on top, and I went out on top my senior year. It was a perfect way to go out. It was the greatest way to go out. With all the people I started my freshman, most of the people I started my freshman year with, we won state together. So that was cool. Great feeling.
After winning the state championship his senior year and putting together one of the best high school careers ever, Jacari found it difficult to find a college that wanted him. And it wasn't too hard to figure out why.
I didn't have too many colleges. I didn't have no calls, no letters, nothing. I didn't have too much after the season ended. No calls, no interests, nothing. I was trying to get there. All high school I used to hear, he's too small, he's too short. He could play, but he's too small. We would love hearing him come here, but he's too short. See if he grows, maybe not. Everything. Too small, too small. That's all I used to hear. It used to bother me because I didn't care. Like I didn't see the problem. All I wanted was the opportunity, you know, just the opportunity to do something so I could prove myself. But at least give me the opportunity to prove myself. A college coach can't tell me what I can and cannot do if I'm not in the position you don't know. And all I wanted was somebody to give me opportunity.
Finally, with the help of his AAU coaches, the kid from San Francisco found a home on the other side of the bay. Jacari chose to go to school at Cal State East Bay in Hayward, where he was told his height wasn't an issue.
Coach Biggs let me know he didn't care how tall I was or how short I was, depending on how people look at it. He didn't care. He was going to give me an opportunity to play. There weren't too many other options. It was either this or go to a JC in Oregon. That was it.
Even though the coaches said they didn't care how tall he was, Jakari still had his doubts.
I didn't expect to play. I didn't expect to play much. So I was a little worried. Just because you hear the too small talk so much that you figure coaches can only give you so much of an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Life is about taking advantage of opportunities. And when Jakari was given the opportunity to play, he took advantage of it.
My first game of the season, played University of Pacific at Pacific, Division I college. I was coming off the bench and I played pretty well. And after that, I was starting a good portion of the season. When I didn't have opportunity, when nobody's giving me the opportunity to play college basketball, when I was given the opportunity, I took advantage of it. And then when I didn't think I was going to play, I ended up playing. I took advantage of me playing. And then I wasn't starting. Now I began to start. I took advantage of me starting. So you just have to jump on the opportunity that you're given.
After everything he's been through, Jacari Whitfield has overcome time and time again. Earning a starting position as a freshman at Cal State East Bay was a great accomplishment, but what he earned next would be even greater. Jakari was named CCAA Freshman Player of the Year after his first season. This meant that out of every freshman in his conference, he was the best, and size had nothing to do with it.
To say that it wasn't a goal of mine, I'd be lying. It felt great, not only for me, but for Cal State East Bay, just period. Just to put our school out there just a little bit more could hopefully catapult the whole thing. It was a great award for me to showcase how hard I've been working, and based off where I'm from, based off the things I've been through, based off everything I've been told, basketball, the things I've done to put myself in the position to get there. That's great.
His family has supported him throughout a difficult childhood, and it's where his work ethic comes from. He wears his city on his chest, literally, and doesn't mind telling you about it. He gives so much because he's been given so much.
When you've been given so much with so little resources, it's like a motivation to want, you should want to give. Knowing that as hard as my parents have worked, or knowing as hard as AAU coaches have worked to get me to a college, or how hard my granny works to maintain her health. You see all the work people do, and at the same time they've been given to me. I want to give back the best way I can. Hopefully basketball will take me there.
The road ahead does not get any easier, but why should it? Jakari may always be viewed as too small, but he's nothing short of amazing.
me in